Hello viewers, you're watching my YouTube channel BioHub and I'm your facilitator Dr. Seema Sharma. Today we have to study about climate. Let me show you the climate we have here. It's raining. It rains a lot here. Finally, it has stopped raining though sky is still overcast with dark clouds. I've stopped at one place. Here you can see it is lush green. There is a variety of trees with predominance of coconut and areca palm. And in the backdrop, you can also see typical sight of a village life. Ponds filled with aquatic life is a common sight here. In short, you have got a glimpse of the climate of the place where I reside, but we have to explore many more things about it in this video. So students, now it's time to go back to the class and learn little more about the climate. Come on students, let's learn biology. Welcome back dear viewers of Standard 7. We are on chapter 7, Weather, Climate and Adaptation of Animals to the Climate. We are covering this chapter part-wise and today we have to cover its second part. It's about climate. This chapter is chapter number 7 in your NCERT books, chapter number 8 in Learn to Explore, and in Living Science series, this is chapter number 9. But don't worry, the content of this chapter is more or less same in 3 of these books. And on the basis of content, we can divide this chapter in 3 parts. First part is about weather, which tells us about day-to-day changes which are taking place in our surrounding. In second part, we have to know about climate and the factors which makes the climate of any place. Third segment of this chapter is about adaptation. Here, we will explore about different type of adaptations of animals to the climate. I have uploaded one video of this chapter. I have covered meaning of weather, elements of weather and weather prediction. It's available on my channel BioHub. In today's video, we have to know about climate and the factors that make the climate of any place. So the learning objective of this video is, first, the meaning of climate should be clear to my viewers. Second objective is, there are certain factors which makes the climate. So what are they and how they affect the climate of any place? This thing will also be discussed at length in this video. And lastly, we are going to explore about the interrelationship between weather and climate. So these are the 3 objectives of this video. Climate. Students, आपने अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को या एल्डर्स को ये कहते हुए जरूर सुना होगा कि जब वो छोटे थे तो गर्मी इतनी नहीं थी, फैन से काम चल जाता था. एंड नाउ एसीज आर रिक्वायर्ड क्योंकि गर्मी धीरे धीरे बढ़ गई है. आपने ये भी सुना होगा कि दिस ईयर इट रेन्ड हेवीली, और ऐसी बारिश तो आज से बहुत साल पहले हुई थी जब आप लोग इतने से थे. So what they are trying to tell you? They are trying to tell you about climate only. We have to learn about this only in today's video. Ready viewers? Okay. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. So climate. It's a physical phenomenon, you know. It occurs in troposphere layer of the atmosphere. It tells us about the weather pattern of any area over a period of years. It changes very slowly and it affects the plant and animal life of that place. Now we have to put this information in the form of definition. So let's see. The average weather of a place taken over a long period of time defines the climate of that place. किसी जगह का बहुत सारे सालों का जो एवरेज वेदर है उसी को कलेक्टिवली क्लाइमेट ऑफ दैट प्लेस बोलते हैं. Now, what is this average weather? How it is calculated and for how many years it is calculated? Let's understand that also. Students, by now you know that temperature, wind, humidity and rainfall, these are elements of weather. The reading of these elements of weather, they are recorded on hourly basis as well as on daily basis. The record of past several years are maintained by the Met Department or the Meteorology Department. And then the average value of each of these elements is calculated. This average value defines the climate of that place. Understood? Okay. To simplify it little more further, I am going to take a one example. And with the help of that example, we will say how the climate of any place it is decided. We are going to plot a graph of summer temperature of 4 places. On x-axis, I am taking the record of past 20 years. And on y-axis, I am taking temperature as one of the element. This temperature range is from 0 to 50 degrees centigrade. With the help of this graphical representation, we are going to know about the climatic conditions of 4 places. First, I am taking Chennai. Temperature of Chennai on 1st July 2000 was 35 degrees. And in 2005, it was 38. In 2010, it was 40. 2015 it was 41 and in 2020 it touched 45 degrees centigrade. So by joining the dots we are getting a graph and it is giving an idea about the temperature range of Chennai for the past 20 years. The second city is Pune. So on 1st July 2000 temperature of Pune was 28 degrees centigrade. Likewise, in 2005, it was say 28. In 2010, it was 30 degrees centigrade. In 2015, it was 31. And in 2020, again, it is 30 degrees centigrade. So again, by joining the dots, we are getting a graph which is giving us an insight about the variation in temperature of Pune for the last 20 years. Third place is Shimla. So let's see the temperature variation of Shimla in last 20 years. So the temperature varied from 20 to 25 in these last 20 years in Shimla. So students, these are 3 places of India. To give you an idea about the average temperature variation of some other country, I have selected Switzerland. So here the temperature in 2000 was 5 degree and this graph shows the temperature variation of Switzerland of past 20 years. So by observing the temperature variation of past 20 years of these 4 places, we can make out the climate of these 4 places. Like Chennai, we can say the summer climate of Chennai is hot. Pune, it has mild summer climate. Shimla, it has cool summer climate. And Switzerland, it has cold summer climate. So now my students know that climate is the average pattern of any place over a period of years and generally it is more than 25 years. So this was about first objective of this video and here you came to know about the meaning of this term climate with the help of definition as well as with the help of one example. Second objective is factors affecting the climate. So viewers, there are 6 factors which affect or make the climate of any place. And these are distance from the equator, second, height above the sea level, third, distance from the mountains, fourth, distance from the sea, fifth, winds, and lastly, amount of moisture. So these are the 6 elements which affect or decides the climate of any place. Distance from the equator. In order to understand about that, we have to know about equator. So student, this is our planet Earth. Equator is an imaginary line which divides this planet into 2 equal halves. And these white lines, they are called as latitudes. So the distance from the equator is marked as latitudes, the white lines, and it is measured in degrees. So yellow line is equator, these white lines are latitudes. Equator is at 0 degree latitude and poles, they are at 90 degree latitude. Now the climate gets colder at places further away from the equator. Why does it get colder as we move away from the equator? सोचना पड़ेगा, explore करना पड़ेगा. So let's see. This is our planet Earth. It has North Pole and South Pole. It has an equator, which is an imaginary line, and our Earth has an atmosphere around it. And here comes the mighty sun, which is the ultimate source of energy on our planet, and it's in the form of sun rays. So sun rays, they fall on the surface of Earth and heat up the Earth's surface. So on the equator, the sun rays, they fall straight and they heat up the area, smaller area. Whereas same amount of sun rays, they fall away from equator and they heat up a larger area. And why it is so? Because of the curved surface of the Earth. So what is happening because of this? So the sun rays, they get dispersed over a larger area as we move away from the equator. So this is one reason. Now the second reason is, on the equator, same amount of sun rays have to travel shorter distance because they are falling straight. But as we move away from equator, the same sun rays have to travel longer distance through the Earth atmosphere, and because of that, lesser energy reaches the poles. So this is the reason, as we move away from the equator, the climate is cool. So students, first factor, which is distance from the equator, it is playing a very important role in deciding about the climate of that place. The places which are on the equator or near the equator, they are hot. And as we move away from the equator towards the pole, the climate will get colder. Second factor is height above the sea level. Height above the sea level is also known as altitude. The highest point on the Earth's surface is tip of Mount Everest, and the altitude of this peak is 8,848 meters. What we have to understand in this factor, that how height above the sea level, it affects the climate of that place. So children, higher you get from the sea level, thinner the atmosphere gets. The rare atmosphere or less denser atmosphere can trap and retain less amount of sun heat. So the places which are at higher altitude, they are colder, they receive snowfall, whereas places which are at lower altitude, they are not that colder and they have moderate climate. Third factor is distance from mountains. So the high mountain ranges affect climate by blocking the clouds, thus not allowing rain on the other side. So students, what is happening? Large mountain ranges, they are blocking the clouds. They are not allowing the clouds to cross over, and so they are condensing and they are raining in this part. So what is happening? All those places which are in front of these large mountain ranges, they are wet and they are receiving heavy rainfall and the climate is cold there. On the other hand, all those places which are behind those mountain ranges, they are cold and they have dry climate. Another thing, these mountains, they cause local rain by forcing the air to rise up after striking and thereafter condense to form clouds and rain. So all those places which are closer to the mountains, they receive heavy rainfall in comparison to the places which are away from the mountains. Next factor is distance from the sea. So places which are near the sea, they have moderate climate. ना ज़्यादा ठंडा होता है सर्दियों में, ना गर्म होता है गर्मियों में. And reason is, during summer, the land is warmer, but the sea is cooler. So cool onshore winds, they come to the coastal area and makes the summer moderate. And when it is winter time, the land is cooler, but the sea is warmer. So the warm onshore winds, they keep the climate of the coastal areas moderate. So distance from the sea also acts as a deciding factor in making the climate of any place. Next factor is winds. You have general idea about winds and you know about monsoon also. But do monsoon occur at all places in our country at the same time? No. Monsoons start at a point and then move across the entire country. Let us take up the example of southwestern monsoon. They bring humidity-laden winds from Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal to all parts of the country, and thus they are responsible for affecting the climate of a larger area or region. Next factor is amount of moisture. Means हवा में कितनी नमी है. And do you remember which instrument is used to measure the amount of moisture in the air? Hygrometer. Yes, you're right. So amount of moisture present in the air at a place, it is called humidity, and it also plays a very important role in deciding the climate of any place. On one hand, we have Rajasthan, जहाँ का climate is hot and dry, and on the other hand, we have Chennai, hot and humid. The difference is due to the amount of moisture in the air. Rajasthan being dry, तो इसमें moisture का content is negligible. So Rajasthan is hot and dry, whereas Chennai, the amount of humidity is too high. So Chennai is hot and humid. So this was about 6 factors which affect the climate of any place. Now we are moving to our third objective, and that is to find out the relationship between weather and climate. So students, now let's try to make a comparative account of these two terms. Meaning of weather: present atmospheric conditions of a place at a given time. Climate: average weather of an area over many years,
generally more than 25 years.
is called climate of that place. Weather has a local effect and can change at short duration, whereas the climate affects a larger area, region, and changes very slowly. Third point, factors. Weather, it depends upon 4 factors: temperature, humidity, winds and rainfall. And climate of any place is dependent on 6 factors: distance from the equator, height above the sea level, distance from the mountains, distance from sea, winds and amount of moisture or humidity. Example, weather. We can say today is a sunny day or rainy day or cloudy day. So that is example of weather. On the other hand, climate. Climate can be polar, जहाँ polar wear रहता है. Temperate, जहाँ बहुत सर्दी होगी, जैसे श्रीनगर. Tropical, जैसे कि चेन्नई. Likewise. So, field of study. Study of weather is called meteorology and study of climate is known as climatology. And this is the tabulated account of differences between weather and climate. You can take a screenshot. And now my students know that weather of a place, it finally makes the climate of that place, and both are interlinked. So now it's time to recap. Let's summarize. In today's video, my viewers came to know about the meaning of climate. We also explored about different factors that affect the climate of any place. And lastly, we found out the relationship between weather and climate. Now it's self-evaluation time. I have supplemented this video also with one small worksheet, and I suggest you to go through these 3 questions. It will help you to judge your understanding about this part of the chapter, and these questions are important questions from your half-yearly or unit test point of view. You must try. And next time I'm going to upload third or the last segment of this chapter, and it is about adaptation of animals to the climate. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, staying tuned and coming up with your observation in the comment section. So viewers, if you are finding the content of my videos worth clearing your doubts, then please do subscribe to my channel. If you are finding it interesting, then give me a thumbs up and do share the link of my videos on my channel with your fellow friends. Let's share the knowledge. Now it's time to wind up. So it's a bye from your facilitator, Dr. Seema Sharma. But stay tuned to my channel and keep exploring about biology with me on my channel BioHub. Hope to see you soon in my coming video. Till then, take care. Bye.